Hey crafty friends, welcome back to my December daily series. This is for day 9. This album is quite hefty and I'm very grateful that I bought 2 covers because there's no way I'm fitting. I'm going to try to go to 31 and there's no way I'm fitting 31 in here. But for day 9, I'm going to tell a story about, so I had plans to tell a story about each of my cats. And so day 9 is my story about Tori. And so I took this photo and I intentionally blurred it out, and I wanted it to be all hazy and fuzzy looking because my idea is to put her in a snow globe. That's gonna be I think that's really cute. And so I made a shaker mix, and it's blue, and I'm spilling it. Oh. Well, some of it went in my snow globe, but it's blue and white because I'm going to use this paper on the other side because I thought the snow and the snow worked. And so for day 8, I have this 4x8 pocket. Yeah, I have this 4x8 pocket. So my plan is to do a flip out tag, embellish it here somehow with my number, have my journaling on the inside, and then do some sort of embellishing here. That's my plan. We all know how my plans go, but that's my plan for the day. So I'm going to stop babbling and we're going to get started. Let's go. So here I'm going to do a voiceover of what I'm up to so you can kind of see what I'm doing, because I sped this footage up considerably just because this page took me maybe 40 minutes. But what I did was first I put my sequin mix in the base of my shaker pocket, and then I attached my photo and I used foam tape. This is a DeReese really thin foam strips, and I used that to attach my photo to my sequin pocket and my shaker. So now you can see I had a lot of fun shaking this. I shook this over and over and over again. But now you see I have this fun shaker element, and then I keep going with the rest of the spread. So like I said in my intro, I wanted to make a flip out, so I cut this 8x8 because the page that I had for the previous day, for day 8, was a 4x8 pocket. So I cut this 8x8, and then I used my scoreboard to score it at the 4-inch mark. And again, scoring it at the 4-inch mark now gives me a fun fold out effect. And my journaling I had cut down to just about, I want to say 3.8 by 8. It was just a tiny bit smaller than 4 by 8, so it fits perfectly in this fold out. And if I could go back and do it, what I probably would have done was, instead of sticking it down, was maybe make a pocket, because I think a pocket would look nicer than just sticking it in there. But it's in there and it's in the album, and my approach to December daily is getting it done is better than having it be perfect. Ali had said that December daily is a marathon, not a sprint, and that is exactly the way I treat this project. So if I stopped and second guessed every decision I made regarding what I was doing in this album, I would never finish it. The other thing I do is I work on my album every day in December. So I know some people have this approach where they wait till the month is over and they have all this time and they work on it, and to each their own. I enjoy the process of working on it every day, but that does mean that I don't really second guess the choices I make. I kind of just put it in and I go. I have an idea that I have in mind for each page, and then I stick to it. So I said all that to say this: when you're working on a project like this that is so expansive in terms of what you're documenting, get it done. And then you'll be happy with the stories you tell later. I'm not saying that you don't love what you make, because I love every single page, but there are a few pages where I look at it and I'm like, I could have done this or I could have done that. But then those are just ideas that I could use for future pages, because this is only December 9th, and I think I'm going all the way up to the 31st this year, so there'll be plenty of stories and plenty of pages to make. So while I was babbling, I pulled out some brads that I had in my stash, and these gold stars were in the Hip Kit December Documented kit, and so I decided to put a trio of gold stars on the front of my insert. I'm trying to figure out how to embellish the insert, and like I had said in my intro, I've used this blue paper because I matched the blue sequins in the blue in the photo of Astoria. And now I'm using one of these doilies. This is a 4-inch doily that I just had in my stash, and I'm using it as an anchor for my numbers. And I pulled out everything that I had from the December documented kit, and I had originally pulled out the black crepe paper Merry Days numbers that came in the kit, but then I had decided to swap it out for those colored wood pink fresh ones. And so here's one of those things where more is more for me. I wanted to find a way to cover those brads, well, the backs of those brads, I guess. Like, I'm not sure what the right term for it is, but you know, the back of the brads. I'm trying to find some way to cover it. So I pulled out that Pink Fresh chipboard and I punched out some of the ornaments. The good thing about the Pink Fresh chipboard packs is that you can kind of poke out the chipboard pieces and kind of audition them, which is like my favorite thing to do. It's why I use the powder tool so much on my stickers, because I love being able to audition my embellishments before I put them on the page. So I poked them out, I placed them over the backs of the brads. I like the way that looks, and I commit. And so now I'm introducing some more color on the inside than I had planned. So now I'm like, well, I gotta go for it. I gotta add all the color. And so I pull out that chipboard piece, and I had pulled it back out because I wanted to see if I could fit, there are like these blue corner elements, and I wanted to see if they would fit on my journaling, but I did not leave enough space, so they don't go. So now I pull out the Crepe Paper Merry Days chipboards, not chipboard, these are cardstock stickers. The Crepe Paper Merry Days cardstock stickers, because I'm like, if I'm introducing color, I'm just going to introduce all the colors. And again, this is where less would be more, but I just decided to go for it and put like all the things on this page. And once it's finished, I really like the overall effect, but halfway through it, I was like, why didn't I stop at the 3 ornaments? But I just keep adding stuff. And so I decided to put these cardstock stickers on foam just because I had those chipboard elements and I wanted everything to kind of have the same height and dimension. I do like to mix dimension and mix shapes, but for here I just decided it would be cool if everything had the same height and dimension. So I added those, they're kind of like holly on like irregular circles. They're like wonky circles with some holly leaf print on it. And then I pull out some of these funky stars, and I put the funky stars on top of where my journaling is. And this is all just to embellish the page. This spread, well, the left side of it was so like neutral, which is okay. Like, not every spread has to be over the top, and like, but the left side of the page was so plain that I did not know what to do with myself, and so I just started adding all the things. And this is really my approach to December Daily. I feel like this is the one project where I can literally put all the things on a page and it's not like the end of the world. And so now I pull out this chipboard piece from the Pink Fresh sticker sheet, chipboard sticker sheet, and it says, oh shucks, I'm not sure. Hold on, I will tell you. But it's pretty much, it says like filled with Christmas cheer, it's Christmas time, or something to that effect. But I just liked the sentiment and I liked the color. So I think it worked perfectly with my spread. And then I go in and I grab some of the Pink Fresh Holiday Vibes enamel dots. And these also came in the December documented kit. And then that, I think, finishes off the inside of my spread. And then side, and I still haven't like added my number yet. So I'm working on how I'm going to add my number. And so I decide to spell out the number 9 because there weren't exactly, that's not true. There were numbers in the December documented kit, but they were red, and I did not want to use, they were red glittery numbers from Pebbles, that's what it was, and I didn't want to use red glittery numbers on the front of my page because I was trying to keep it blue and neutral and gold to match the shaker pocket I made. So I opted instead to spell out the number 9 using those wood stickers. And they work perfectly because, again, they're neutral, they're a small pop of color, and they match perfectly with the blue and the gold and the neutral effect that I was going for this page. So after that, the only thing left to do is to attach it and put it into the album. And this is the part that I edited. The rest of this is like kind of real time, but this is the part that I edited because it took me, when I chopped up the footage, 15 whole minutes. 15 minutes to figure out how to put a tab on that shaker pocket and fit it in the album. I fail at geometry apparently, but I pretty much just cut a bit of that cardstock paper, punched some holes in it so it matched up the holes in my page protectors, and attached it to my shaker and called it good. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this process. I have peeks at my album on my Instagram channel if you want to see what I'm up to, and I'll have hopefully more process videos throughout the month for this channel. As always, keep it crafty, friends. Have a great day and happy December. And if you're documenting, happy December documenting. Take it easy, friends.